Welcome back, Mr. J family. It is me, Mr. J, with the Mr. J Show. And today, we are going to round off the day with, she's not new to the channel, but, she's gaining some traction. Evanescence, Going Under. Now, this is really old, and I know this song as well. It's like 14 years old, maybe 13, 14 years old. Going Under official music video. This when was this? So early 2000s ish. I might be wrong. I'm probably wrong. Don't quote me on that. But anyways, if you like what you see, leave a like, leave a sub, leave a comment, because without the Mr. J family, I would not have a show. And if you want to support the channel, check out the link in the description for the Mr. J Show Patreon. Anyways, let's get it. Okay, hiya.
Now I will tell you.
That started right away.
Now I will tell you what I've done for you. 50,000 tears I've cried, screaming, deceiving, and bleeding for you, and you still won't hear me. Don't want your hand this time. I'll save myself. Maybe I'll wake up for once. That's all that today.
Like, look how young she is. I mean, man, she was a looker. I mean, she's still very pretty. I think the newest thing I watched of her was the Lindsay Sterling video, but wow, she's pretty.
Defeated by you, just when I thought I'd reached the bottom, I died again. I'm going under, drowning you. I'm falling forever. I've got to break through. I'm going under. Blurring and stirring the truth and the lies. So I don't know what's real, don't know what's real, and what's not. Always confusing the thoughts in my head. So I can.
And it's a very simple, like, guitar part. I mean, I could be wrong. But it sounds like they're just, the guitar player during the verse is just playing open D, like, and drop D tuning. I'm not going to explain how drop D tuning works. You can Google it. But it's bump, 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 a bump. Right. Yeah.
Always confusing the thoughts in my head. So I can't trust myself anymore. I'm dying again. I'm going under, drowning you. I'm falling forever.
going back and listening to these songs that, a lot of us like grew up with or whatever, like I'm really able to appreciate like the music better now that, I'm older, because when this came out, I was just into different kind of music, right? Like a lot heavier than this, right? When I was growing up, because I grew up like in the quote hardcore scene or whatever. And so I like wasn't really into this like mainstream stuff, right? And Evanescence was definitely very mainstream back in like the early 2000s. And when I say early 2000s, like 2005-ish, right? Ish. I'm pretty close. But anyways, going back and listening to this, like it's so amazing to go back and relook at these or re-listen to these actually, and because they were a great band, and I thought they were trash back when I was young. But yeah, not the case. And it's an interesting video. The song was great. It kind of speaks for itself, honestly. I think I feel like it's a metaphor of not to get too sucked into the fame, because everything around her was like changing into like demon faces. She would go into the crowd but then end up underwater, and then when she would come back up for air, she would come up in the crowd, right? And the crowd had like possessed faces or whatever, distorted faces. And then a really really cool cheeky thing at the end to add is the one of her bandmates have the distorted face. So yeah, this is awesome. It's like I'm reliving my, I don't know, I wasn't a kid, obviously. I mean, but it's I'm trying to think. No, I may have already been in the army at this point. If this was like 2005. I don't know, but it's great to hear these again. They like, I think Evanescence really, made a name for herself in a time where there really weren't many female vocalists for rock bands. I mean, there was only like a couple, like, I can think of off the top of the top of my head. Arch Enemy, obviously, Evanescence, and Walls of Jericho. Back then, there wasn't really. So, in my opinion, like these females of those three bands kind of like paved the way for like newer bands new-ish bands. Like you didn't have Infected Rain and Ginger and all these other like awesome female-led rock bands slash metal bands, and now it's becoming like very 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 prominent, more of a 50-50 maybe, like half are males and half are females when it comes to the vocalists, which is awesome, because in the grand scheme of things, females have a lot easier time when it comes to getting that very high, like very very beautiful gorgeous tone. but also they have a really, really easy way to fry scream, because fry scream uses your head voice, whereas like low growls, they use your chest voice. And so it's not hard. It's hard for someone. It's harder. And this is just my opinion. People don't take this as, gospel or whatever. But in my opinion, okay. So in my experience, it was harder for me to learn how to fry scream than it was to do a low scream, because it's, once again, you might have to Google it because I'm bad at explaining things. But so a fry scream happens in your head voice, and it's on what's called the fry registry. So every note you hit, if you push the note just a little bit higher or a little bit lower, you'll get into what's called the fry registry. It's the same note with more air. And yeah, whereas low screams, anyone can do. Anyone. I can teach anyone to do a low scream. Because it's basically like an exaggerated sigh. Like, I don't know, like you just got off work or something, and you've had a bad day, and you sit down on the couch, right? And you're like, right? Did you hear that little vibration? That little vibration is the epiglottal folds vibrating, right? They protect the vocal cords. Now, of course, that's just like the first part of it. After you learn that specific thing, and like I said, everybody does things differently. This is just how I learned. And then after that, you start getting the more air and the more force you have behind it, there's more of it. Now, after you get that sound down, it's basically taking a deep breath, like as if you're like you're sucking your belly button into like your spine, and then adding air, lots of force, and lots of, I forgot what I was saying. Dang it. Anyways, this isn't a tutorial, so it doesn't matter. I'm just letting you know, like, that, she paved the way for all, a lot of, like, modern music. And I just want to, let Amy Lee know I appreciate you. Mr. J appreciates Amy Lee and Evanescence. But anyways, I'm going to stop talking. If you like what you see, leave a like, leave a sub, leave a comment, because without you, I would not have a show. And if you want to support the channel, check out the link in the description to the Patreon, because YouTube hates me forever, apparently. Anyways, this has been Mr. J with the Mr. J Show. Have a great day. Okay, bye.